The National Maternity Hospital and the news that has emerged in the last little while that there may be a further delay on the cards. The Oireachtas Health Committee suggesting that the government pause giving approval, that Cabinet pause its approval for the National Maternity Hospital to be moved from Holles Street to the St Vincent's Hospital campus for several weeks, while more questions are asked and more scrutiny of the deal is carried out. The Minister for Health, Stephen Donnelly, was before the Oireachtas Health Committee today. He was questioned by various members of that committee, including the Fine Gael Senator Martin Conway. Take a listen.
It's not the overt religious influence that I'm concerned about. No, it's the coverted influence. And we look at education. It is rampant in education, the influence of the church. And I have to say, it is rampant in healthcare as well, unfortunately. Do you not think, Minister, that there's something ironic about the Taoiseach reading out a letter from the 19 maternity providers in this country into the record of the Dáil supporting this project, but yet 8 of them aren't providing termination services? Because I think there's something fundamentally ironic about that.
The tone of Martin Conway there, I think, is indicative of the apparent unease in Fine Gael. The problem for me with that is, this idea of unease in Fine Gael, is that Fine Gael's fingerprints are all over this deal. Until Stephen Donnelly took over the Department of Health in 2020, Fine Gael had been running the department since 2011, 9 long years. James Riley, Leo Varadkar, Simon Harris, 3 successive ministers for health. One of them is the former Taoiseach and soon to be Taoiseach again. The other is still around the cabinet table. The other, I'm sure, still involved with Fine Gael. Where was the unease when all of this was being negotiated by Fine Gael ministers? Where was the unease last year when the details of this deal emerged? This alleged unease within Fine Gael that we've all been hearing about over recent days, that might lead to yet another delay if the latest news is to be believed. It seems to have sprung up in just the last week since the memo was brought to Cabinet. And you have to ask yourself why. Why, if it didn't exist before when they all knew about it, does it suddenly exist now? Is it simply because Twitter exploded? And some politicians are simply terrified of offending the wrong people. If you ask me, this is a classic example of, these are my followers, therefore I must follow them. Instead, maybe they could show a little bit of leadership. It is just unconscionable that there's going to be another delay, an open-ended delay of several weeks, whatever the hell several weeks means. Meantime, the hospital, the not fit for purpose hospital, continues to have to serve the women of Ireland.